This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Good morning, and these steps cut through the old 13th century city wall here in A Coruna. You can see the decorative shields on the top of the gate and the writing underneath, and a date of 1749. And this is where I was yesterday. I'm going to continue yesterday's video because I was going to go to Pontevedra, which is a city about 100 kilometers south of here. But I think I'm going to have a quiet day today and look around that castle that I spotted yesterday. There's also the ruins of an old priory as well, or a convent. It's an old convent, I think. Going to try and find that. And there's also a military museum that was opposite the gardens that were closed where I ended yesterday's video. So I think I'm going to do that today, have a quiet day and do some of the tourist attractions here in A Coruna and save Pontevedra for another day. There are other towns and cities here in the Galicia region of Spain that I do want to visit, and maybe combine that with a trip down into Portugal. I'm just walking past the gatehouse where I was yesterday, and those cannons does look lovely and very exciting. Yes, but now let's head on down to the shore and visit that castle that I passed yesterday. As I come up the steps, I see one of these old cannons and the initials VB on the side. I wonder if there's another number on the other side. Yeah, 704. Really curious to know what the significance of that is. You can just make out some numbers on the back. It looks as though they were XX11 and then X and a V. So maybe these cannons were made together. I don't know, it's very interesting actually to see that. Might just be a coincidence. But there's lovely views looking over towards the harbour, the port, and the military hospital as well. At the side of their hospital is the gardens I was at yesterday. A couple of sentry posts here and around one in the corner. And nice views overlooking the city of La Coruna. There's a warship over there and a submarine as well. This is actually the island of Pino Grande. And before the castle was built, this was a quarantine station for sick mariners. Sailors who had returned from abroad would be quarantined here until they recovered. And they even built a chapel here and dedicated it to St. Anthony, or St. Antoine. To give him his full name, it's St. Anthony of Padua. He was born on the 15th of August 1195 and died aged 35 on the 13th of June 1231. And he's the patron saint of sailors, fishermen and of the sick. So if you're going to build a chapel to mariners, sick mariners, you would naturally dedicate it to St. Anthony. He's also the patron saint of lost souls, lost items and lost people. And I came across a chapel dedicated to him when I was in Lisbon last year. So if you've lost something, naturally you pray to St. Anthony and he will help you find it. But it's really rather interesting here. They started building the castle back in 1588. The chapel's long since disappeared, but it's really rather nice here. There's an anchor just behind me, and it is in really good condition given the age. It's had a lot of renovation over the years, but still in remarkably good condition. It's a little breezy up here. Look down, you can see the like a lower courtyard with alcoves on both sides, and there's a museum here as well. So let's have a walk into the museum and see what we can discover in there. Museum was really rather interesting. So many varied objects on display. And seeing the little kitchen area as well was quite interesting. And the collection of weapons and swords, guns. Mostly of it was 19th century. An interesting collection of church plate as well, church artifacts. Yeah, for a small museum, there's quite a bit in there. But just here is the way up to the terrace. So let's go up to the roof. Well, there's not too much up here. You do get a good view looking down towards the little lighthouse and the grounds down there. I'll go down there shortly. And on the other side, see where I came in, and the cannon and the lower part of the castle as well. That's interesting, so we'll go down there later as well. But oh my gosh, it's windy up here. I can't see where I'm going. Let's go downstairs. Those steps are a bit narrow. I've climbed narrower ones though in my time. Various churches around England. But it's quite interesting out here. You can see all the openings where the cannons would have been. You can imagine their day here, the garrison manning their guns. And what a sight to see when the guns fired. Little lighthouse as well. At the back you can see a little cross in the corner. Nice views overlooking the harbour. Really rather interesting. Well, let's go down this tunnel here. Just in the tunnel here is the Borna. This is an experimental boat made of leather and wicker. And it represents a boat made from, they would have had in prehistoric times. And looking at it, it seems quite incredible. They should design something of this size, build it, and have it waterproof as well. Really is it's quite incredible. But what I really want to show you is just down here on the right hand side through these steps. This is the storage area of water. This is the well storage area. And it's incredible. It's where all the water for all the garrison would have been stored. Oh my goodness me. This is absolutely incredible. I had a feeling there was something here in this castle to give me that wow factor. Just as the other day in Lugo, seeing that paw print, the Roman dog's paw print. But I've never seen a room like this in a castle before. It really is incredible looking at this. This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Wow, that museum was just so interesting, seeing the prehistoric items on display and all the other artifacts as well. What a tremendous collection they had in there. And well worth the €2 entrance fee as well. Absolutely wonderful here. And I had to walk around the inner courtyard. A few displays of gravestones and stone sarcophagus and other items of decorative masonry. Really rather interesting. What a great decision to come here as opposed to going to Vida. Absolutely brilliant. Let's head a little further down towards that ruined convent and the military museum, and we'll see what else we can discover on the way. Getting a little breezy. Weather forecast is about 19 degrees and winds of about 15 miles an hour. I think they're right. Can't always have it hot and sunny. But, oh wow, there's an artillery piece. Oh wow, let's go up the steps and take a look. I do like seeing artillery pieces when I'm out and about. This one's covered in graffiti. Look at the back of it. Looks like it's seen better days as well. Let's walk around the side here and see if we can find out anything more about it. Yeah, there's a stone plaque. Waterloo from 1923. It's a Vickers, and the plaque's in Spanish. I can't read it. There's another plaque on the side of the cannon. What is it? It's a caliber 152.4mm. Vickers, yeah. I do like seeing artillery pieces, I really do. Perhaps I should learn a bit more about them. I see so many and there's so much to know. I don't know if it was a shore-based gun or... I don't know anything about it, it's a shame. Wish I knew more about artillery. But I did spot a statue just at the bottom of these steps. So let's go and take a look at the statue. This statue looks absolutely fantastic. Diego del Barco. Of course, Diego del Barco de la Cendeja, hero of Coruna and the War of Independence. How fantastic to see this! In the 19th century, Spain faced one of the greatest challenges in its history, and that of expelling Napoleon Bonaparte from the country. Together with the United Kingdom, Portugal, the Spanish fought for their freedom between 1808 and 1814 in what was known as the War of Independence. Galicia was the only community that the French could not pacify since the beginning of the uprising. Now, wars leave heroes, and the War of Independence left many well-known names, and this statue is just one of those names. Diego del Barco de la Cendeja, a hero who was recognised by Wellington himself, a man from Coruna who defeated Napoleon. Absolutely brilliant to see this statue here. I just love seeing statues. You know what I'm going to say? I just love seeing statues of local people who have done well in life. And they don't come any better than Diego del Barco de la Cendeja, true hero of Coruna. Absolutely brilliant. But just behind me is the ruins of the convent. So let's go and take a look there. The origins of the convent go back to the 13th century, but it fell into disrepair, I believe, at the end of the 16th century. The convent was dedicated to St. Francis of Assisi, of course died in the year 1226, one of the most venerated people in the whole of Christianity. He was canonised by Pope Gregory IX on the 16th of July, 1228. There's not much left of it today. I'll put some more information up on the screen about the history of the convent. But you can see the layouts of the graves as well, where they would have been, well, still are. Just that the occupants have long since been removed. They could make so much more of this site and open it up for people to walk around. Maybe they will one day. But just next door to here is the military museum. So let's go and take a look in there. museum was quite interesting. It's actually on the location of the old convent that used to be here during the War of 1809. The British troops were lodged here, and later the French when they entered the city. There's a little model upstairs showing the battle, which was quite interesting, along with numerous other artifacts on display with weapons from the time, including a huge selection of pistols and rifles. Really rather interesting. Not a lot of big guns on display, but what they had there was really rather interesting indeed. And free entry, so can't complain at going into a museum for free. But this is where I end the video. Tomorrow I'm going to spend it here in La Coruna, exploring another part of the old city and seeing what we can discover tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this video. If you have, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my journey, because there's plenty more to come. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.